How we doing here, folks? This is T-Bone Sticks, and I'm here to talk to you about a game that I have created, a board game. I've been testing for a while, messing around with it for about 3 years, and I haven't quite finished it. There's a lot of testing involved in card games, and with this particular card game, there is just a lot going on, especially with cards that are the way that they interact with each other. It's very hard to find all of the scenarios in which they are present in. But anyways, this is BOTA, Battle of the Aces. No, it is not an airplane fighting jet plane game. No, this is a derivative of chess. It is, here, let me zoom in a little bit. It is a derivative of chess, but you don't use pieces. It's all about cards, different cards. Yeah, it's been a passion of mine to create games, and this is one that I just haven't finished yet and haven't put down yet. I think it's really fun. Me and my brother have a grand old time playing it. And just to give you a rundown of kind of how this game works. Essentially, your objective is to get the most point values. Each card is going to have a value on it. I have not figured out the value for each card yet because I'm still in testing. So when you kill a card, and before we get into that, the setup is you're going to have your own little territory, a 2x4. And then you're going to have a 4x4 in the middle, which is kind of like the battle arena, and then on the other side is going to be your opponent. It is a 1v1. I don't think it will be a 4-player game. I don't think it'll be a 3-player game. I think this is a 2-people game, 1 versus 1. And so what you're going to have is where the name comes from is Battle of the Aces. The ace is what you're trying to kill, and what you're trying to protect. And then you're going to have an array of different cards that you're going to use to get more points and also protect your ace. So actually there's kind of 2 objectives. It's going to get the most point values, which is going to win you the game. But if your ace dies, the game ends. And we'll talk about ending game, or how to end a game. There are a couple different ways, and just to let you know, these videos are going to be broken up into 15-minute segments because I don't want it to get too dragged out, and the software that I'm using only allows 15-minute videos. So setup, you're going to have ace, and then you're going to have pretty much just 2 levels. The bottom levels are all going. Bottom level of the cards are all going to be face down or deactivated, is how this game calls them. Those are going to be touching the board. And then the second level of cards, which is going to be on top, the row farthest away from you is going to have all deactivated cards. And then the row closest to you on the top is going to have the ace, and then 3 random cards that are going to be face up. Before I had it that the bottom level cards were all random, and the cards on the top you could actually use, or you could actually pick from the deck, but I found that really screwed with the balance of the abundance, which again we'll get into later. So yeah, we talked a little bit about the battlegrounds. That's the 4x4 in the middle between the players. You have the kill count and the double kill count. Kill count, if you kill a card, you get the value and you put it in your kill count pile. Double kill count pile is there's a couple of cards that allow you to get double points, such as the bandit. I think I have the Well, anyways, if the bandit is in the battlegrounds, it allows all cards to get double points in the battlegrounds. And so that's just an example of kind of how the game is run. And really what happens is, well, here, we'll get into it right here. Card information. This is what is going to be on their cards, and this is essentially what is making up the game and what the cards are all about. You have the value, of course, that's how much the card is valued at. When you kill the card, that's how many points you're going to get. Abundance is going to be the amount of that card that is actually going to be in your deck. You're going to be able to pick. I don't know why that is all screwed up. Oh, it's not really screwed up. It's just on a different page. Gotcha. Alrighty. Anyways, you're going to have different abundance categories. You have cards that have 6, that are going to have 6 cards in your deck, 5 cards, 4 cards, 3 cards, and 2 cards. These guys are kind of the heroes, and everything else is sort of the bulk. So the builder, you're going to be able to pick 2 of each of the categories, and put those in your deck. So you'll have a total of 10 different cards. And if you add up all the abundances, you'll have a total of 40 cards in your deck, not including your ace. So you're going to have 16 cards on the board. Only 15 of them are from your actual deck. And I didn't talk about the home base. There's actually this right here. You have the entire territory here, but the first line is your home base. This is used a lot. Certain rules apply to the home base, but we won't really get into that. That's more of kind of advanced gameplay, but this is kind of just an overview. So you have the abundance. That's how many of that one card is going to be in your deck. Abilities, these are abilities that something that most cards have. It's a specific perk that enhances that specific card, and that is very different from special abilities. Special abilities are different areas or a specific scenario allows you to use that ability. Abilities are kind of initial perks, things that the card will have usually at all times, or in the starting of the game. Special abilities are going to have to go somewhere on a specific board. Maybe you have to go to the enemy's territory, enemy's home base. You might have to go into the battlegrounds, or something specific in the game that has to happen for special abilities to be able to be used. Mobility is where the card is able to move on its turn. It could be forward, backward, left, and right. It could be diagonal forward. It could be diagonal forward, left, and right, forward and backwards. There are many different mobilities in the game. Then you have predator and prey. Each card is going to be able to kill certain cards, and that is divided up into the class system, which we have right here. Every card is going to be put into one of these categories, and so the hierarchy cards are able to kill the Bloodhound class, the Intimidate class, and I believe, yes, and the Capital class. So you're going to have a lot of, the team class is able to kill the buildings. And then there's going to be exceptions as well to the game, or to the cards sometimes. And again here, this means that the card is omitted from the predator or prey, so that card, it can't kill it, or it can't be killed by it, and the plus is just adding a card that isn't in its initial predator prey. And then the strengths and weaknesses are just an overview of what the card is good at and what the card suffers in. The turns are going to be what you can do when it is your turn. You can do a couple of different things. You can move the card, which is using the mobility of the card to put it somewhere on the board. So essentially just moving the card with the mobility that allows it to move into a specific space. You can affect a card with ability or special ability if it needs the card to move or do an action. It doesn't. Yeah, this one specifically, if it needs to move or do something, that's going to be a turn. Flipping over a deactivated card, that's how you're able to activate the card to be able to use it. Deactivated cards you cannot use. So to flip over a deactivated card is enabling you to be able to use it. Of course, that you can only have one turn. You can only have one turn, so you have to wait till next turn to be able to use the deactivated card. And of course, you may kill a card, which you'll either move into the space of the card, and there's plenty of other different scenarios that allows you to kill a card. So yes, and that is going to be it. These are for this video, this is going to be it. These are the different types of cards. You're going to have your regular deck cards and your special deck, and we'll kind of talk about that next video, as well as some of the actual cards. Let me know if you like the video, and I will try to get another one of these out as soon as possible to kind of get the overview of the cards. If I did a bad job, if I did a good job, if I need to explain things more, this is just an overview. But if I need to explain the rules a little bit more, I will be glad to make another video where I go more in depth. So thank you, and I'm off.